Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. For some days now, Ababu Namwamba, former Budalangi member of parliament, has been actively campaigning for William Ruto in Busia and also in Budalangi constituency, holding some town hall meetings, and even through his social media accounts, he has been campaigning for William Ruto. So earlier today, some ODA supporters in Budalangi constituency actually came out in the open and they were turning ODA offices into ODM offices. So in this video, I want us to have a look at a short clip of what happened in Budalangi constituency today, after which, as usual, we'll just dissect it to see what it means politically. Have a look at this.
Kuonyesha sasa hiyo ukurasa tunafunga, tunaanza ukurasa mpya. Hii ni dalili ya kuonyesha kwamba UDA tunaenda kwingine ambako mwelekeo ni vile mama atakwambia. Kwa hivyo wale ambao wanaunga mama mkono, wafuasi wa mama wote watulie mpaka atakapokuja atatupa mwelekeo. Usiwe na wasiwasi, yeye bado tutaenda mpaka kwa hivi. Asanteni watu wa Budalangi, muendelee kukaa na mama, muunge mkono, na hii kura tuna hakika ya kwamba tarehe 9 watajua walikuwa wananyanyasa mtu ambaye Wanyale wameamua awe kiongozi wao.
Yes, that's just a short clip of what happened earlier today in Budalangi. If you had looked at the entire long clip, those ODA supporters were actually turning ODA offices into Azimio ODM offices. And that's a clear indication that as August election approaches, Kenyans are trooping back to their political and ethnic cocoons. And I'm saying that because also yesterday, there is a very well-known ODA blogger, the one who initiated Uhuru Amalize Aende. That blogger, Maggie Soni, dumped William Ruto yesterday and joined Jubilee. Yes, we know that today, William Ruto also received Justin Muturi. But even up to today, if you compare Justin Muturi and Maggie Soni was actually trending more than Justin Muturi. A clear indication that some very senior, an indication that Maggie Soni is actually a force to reckon with in terms of mountain politics compared to maybe Justin Muturi. Yes. So in this video, I want us to dissect all those incidences to see exactly what they mean politically. Yes. And before we do that, also listen to this short clip of Maggie Soni actually dumping Ruto yesterday for Uhuru Kenyatta and are made to understand she even apologized for having been used by William Ruto to insult the president. Listen into this.
Nyabe ngwira kanini thengio muno. Thank you. Niko nyitogeni muci uyu wari witu tugitharia to nithi twatharirie na ndakena ni kucoka na ni tukuruta wira hamwe na tunyitirire mutongoria witu wa bururi Uhuru Muigai wa Kenyatta. Twirinde kuruta wira hamwe na timu ino yako.
All those incidences are just confirming what I've consistently maintained in this channel. I've always maintained that as August election will approach, or rather approaches, Kenyans will be reminded that there is a serious political business to be undertaken. So Kenyans will just retreat to their ethnic and political cocoons. That's exactly what is happening in Western. Residents of Mulembe Nation, those who are in UDA, are finding excuses, very flimsy excuses, to dump William Ruto for Raila Amolo Odinga. Because it's very rare to find maybe an UDA office in maybe Kalenjin Nation being turned into an ODM office. It's very rare. So the mere fact that an UDA office in Busia is being turned into an ODM office is a clear demonstration and indication that residents there, they feel naturally aligned to ODM. So they're just trooping back where their hearts actually belongs. And then secondly, it also exposes the lie by some of these politicians alleging they are speaking on behalf of the people. Yes. Because it's very clear that when Ababu Namwamba was joining William Ruto, already he knew that the ground was pro-Raila Odinga, but he still chose to go with William Ruto. An indication that Ababu Namwamba, his joining William Ruto was only for his selfish gains. It was because of his own personal gains. He might have joined William Ruto maybe for even some monetary gains and not necessarily on behalf of the people. The people were very clear that they were on the side of Raila Odinga. Ababu Namwamba went contrary to that. That's an indication enough that Ababu is not representing the interest of the good people of Busia, and in this case, the Mulembe Nation. And then also listening to Musalia Mudavadi, and then listening to Wetangula, you can actually be tempted into believing that what they are saying is actually the truth on the ground. If you listen to, to the likes of Mudavadi and Wetangula, you can think that the Western ground is actually pro-Kenya Kwanza alliance. But what we are seeing happening on the ground is suggesting that the ground is very, very far from being in Kenya Kwanza, or very far from actually Kenya Kwanza making some serious inroads there. That also comes out very, very clearly. So it's another indication that the likes of Mudavadi and Wetangula are also just with William Ruto to serve their own selfish personal gains and interest, and not the interest of the Mulembe Nation. And then also today, there was also a very interesting political development in Kakamega County, Mumias East constituency, where Benjamin Washiali is the member of parliament. There is a very popular Azimio parliamentary aspirant in that area. That aspirant and Benjamin Washiali met at a function. And when this aspirant stood to speak, actually she was being cheered wildly, and residents were very happy with him, while residents were actually booing Benjamin Washiali. Yes. And you know, Benjamin Washiali is a very strong William Ruto pointman in Kakamega. So already you can see that William Ruto foot soldiers in Western are actually finding it very, very hard to even make some inroads on behalf of William Ruto in Western. Those are things that are not being exposed. William Ruto and his team, the likes of Musalia Mudavadi Wetangula, they are trying to create a picture that actually they are making inroads there. But the reality on the ground, guys, is that Western is a no-go zone for William Ruto. That is the actual truth in Western. And then also back to that case of the mountain. I'm of a very strong opinion that as August election will be approaching, we shall be seeing some major shifts from William Ruto to Uhuru Kenyatta. That's the reality of our Kenyan politics. What is still happening today, I just believe is some kind of deceit. Residents of Mount Kenya are not actually saying the truth. By August, I'm seeing a situation where a good majority will align themselves with Uhuru Kenyatta. And I'm saying that because I believe that when Uhuru Kenyatta, maybe even tomorrow or a day before, will just make a political trip on the mountain to aggressively campaign for Raila Amolo Odinga, passionately, I'm seeing a situation where a good majority of residents of Mount Kenya will actually listen to President Uhuru Kenyatta. That's the reality of our Kenyan politics. And that's largely politics on the mountain. Yes, I'm seeing that kind of a situation. So as I conclude, all those incidents of today, this one of Budalangi and also in Mumias East constituency, just confirms that as it is today, William Ruto and his team will find it very hard making inroads in Western Kenya. Western Kenya is largely pro-Raila Odinga, largely Azimio. Those are things that are not actually being exposed properly. Yes, those are things that are not being exposed, but that's the reality on the ground in Western. And also on the mountain, Magi Soni, yes, this one who came up with Uhuru Maliza Ende. You know, that's the slogan that William Ruto and his team were using some times back. Uhuru Malize Aende. Magi Soni is the person who came up with that slogan. Uhuru Malize Aende. That blogger and very influential personality in Nyeri County just dumped William Ruto together with her team to Jubilee Party. And actually she was apologizing why she was being used by William Ruto to attack the president. All those are just clear indications that as August election approaches, we are going to see very interesting political dynamics on the mountain. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, just as I did state when we were starting, in case you've bumped here for the very first time, and so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya.